Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Breaking Bad. Last time on Breaking Bad, we had, Caballo sin nombre. I will assume that I butchered that. So yeah, what all happened? Flynn, now going by Walter Jr. again, is mad that, he doesn't know what's happening between Walt and Skyler. And he ended up going to Walt's apartment, and then Walt took him home, but decided maybe this could be an opportunity to reconnect with Skyler, and he got the world's largest pizza, at which point she slammed the door right in his face, and then he got angry and tossed the pizza to where the pizza flew out of the box, and only the pizza landed on the roof. It was very impressive, actually. Let's see. Jesse bought his aunt's house with his money, and had Saul work on that because they were going to sell it for 800 thou, and Saul was able to use the meth lab against them and get it down to 400 thou. So yeah, Jesse has the house again. Yeah. Oh, and then the big thing was the two assassins. They actually, first off, they went to talk with Tio, and they figured out who Heisenberg is, and they went to Walt's house, where he was walking around like it's his house. He just kind of moved back in, and then he was taking a shower, and the two hitmen were just gonna sit there waiting, and they had an axe with them, which was crazy. And then luckily, the guy that works for Saul was able to get into touch with Gus, told him about the hitmen, at which point the hitmen got a text that made them back off from killing Heisenberg, killing Walt. So yeah, and Walt is none the wiser, really. He does sort of, I guess he might have a suspicion because they moved the little eyeball from the bear, so I guess there's that, maybe, he thinks, but I don't know. But then there's also the fact that he is back in his house, like it's his house again, and we have no idea how Skyler's going to react to that. There is a part of me, though, from last episode that's saying, hey, what if Walt starts playing the, hey, this is my house, everyone's on my side card, like what if he throws her out? Wouldn't that be some shit? So it's on the one hand where I'm a little excited to see how that plays out, actually, how Skyler's going to react, what he's going to try to pull, But on the other hand, it's gonna be a little stressful, so nah. We should go ahead and get started. I think that's enough recap, so let's go ahead and get right into this episode of Breaking Bad. Here we go.
Hay dos clases de hombre.
Hey, he's back.
Comienza despacio, pero siempre
termina primero.
Sí, yo sé. Por eso te llaman así. ¿Sabes?
So it is him.
Me encanta cómo hablas, Tortuga.
allá atrás.
Sí, sígueme.
Is this how he died? These two. That's where I thought we were going. They were the ones that did it. Oh. They were the ones. Okay. That's kind of where I thought we were going with that. It really shows... It really gives those two a presence, Ugh.
I'm assuming Saul Goodman doesn't need to know.
So,
Mum's the word.
interesting. So he doesn't just work for Saul. Please go talk to him. Damn it. That was multiple button hits. I was worried she was calling 911.
Now look, just come on inside and we'll talk this through, okay?
No. There's nothing to talk about.
I am not coming in there until you get out.
Well, suit yourself.
Walt.
Damn.
Walt?
He's kicking her out. There's a part of me that loves how annoyed she gets with him.
Yes, I want to report a disturbance, please.
She might not go all the way.
No, it's not. It's not exactly. It's a domestic issue. Okay.
What if she, like, hits herself?
This family is everything to me. Without it,
It's calling her bluff.
I have nothing to lose.
Mom, can't it wait? I haven't seen Dad in like forever.
It's been like a day.
It was good. Yeah, homework? No, not really. Not really? What does that mean?
Oh, this is gonna be a fucking international incident. Damn, that is a grilled fucking cheese. I don't normally like when grilled cheese gets that like stringy. Like I just prefer it like
Right now we're separated.
Legally separated.
Well, there's not a court order, if that's what you mean, but we've been living apart for almost.
Oh my gosh,
2
that
weeks,
look
give or take.
like that's exactly what I
Changed
mean.
the locks, isn't that?
Is it possible maybe he's broken any laws that you know of? Anything at all?
Shit.
Anything that we can work with here, just tell me. Even if you just got a suspicion of wrongdoing, I can work with that. I'll get him out of the house for you.
They are trying.
Thank you, officers. We're sorry.
Well, that didn't work. She can't confess to it.
Welcome home.
Ugh. Damn, man. Is that what you wanted?
If you get the maestro cooking again, I'll make it worth your while. Call him.
Alright. Man, Jesse's just fucking depressed now.
Hey, if you're trying to sell me something, I've got 4 little words for you. Do not call list. However, if you're cool, leave it at the beep.
Aww. Damn, man. That's so sad. Alright, Hank will pick us up.
El Paso wants me back.
Hey, man, congrats, man. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
But do you want to go back? Meanwhile... God, they have an entire building for bingo. How sad can you be? Oh, shit.
Hello?
Chickens! Oh, they brought Tio. That makes sense. So they stole a car for Tio. That's why they went to bingo. That's really funny.
Heisenberg, Walter White, era uno de los proveedores locales de Tuco, hasta que traicionó a Tuco. Ya sabes, la sangre se paga con sangre. Los primos de Tuco tienen derecho a vengarse.
Yeah, Tuco's cousins.
La familia Salamanca, el cartel.
Estoy involucrado con este señor. Cuando nuestros negocios se terminen, no me importará lo que hagan con él. Lo necesito vivo.
Con su permiso, señores.
They would be pissed.
Pero te recomiendo que termines tu negocio con este hombre rápidamente. Arriesgas perder el apoyo del cartel. Eso sería imprudente. ¿Y esos chamacos que están ahí adentro? No puedo garantizar que pongan atención. Ellos no son como tú y yo.
Interesting. It's an interesting relationship between him and the cartel.
Skylar, can I use the bathroom?
There's another bathroom, isn't there? Isn't there?
Your husband's a drug dealer.
A manufacturer. Technically, they
Technically.
they call them cooks.
I'll go in ex parte to get a restraining order from the court today. If he comes anywhere near you and your children, he'll go straight to jail. No questions asked. This is a no-brainer. It's the best thing for you and your family.
But
I don't want my son to find out that his father is a criminal. I can't do that to him.
In the end, it may not be up to you. Drug dealers have a way of getting caught.
Come follow with us, bitch. Come on.
Oh! Ooh! Holy shit. You know, we had him, in the gunfight with Tuco, but holy shit is he good.
The number you have reached 1494985 in area code 505 is no longer.
Ah, shit. Now he can't even listen to it anymore. Man. This sucks. Was he cooking? All by himself?
Hanging back, saw a deal go down. I went outside to call it in. You stayed to keep an eye on the suspects. That's when they attacked you.
Alright.
What I didn't tell them is that you left your gun under the seat before you went back inside.
This money, I didn't steal it. It doesn't belong to anyone else.
He earned it. Yeah, he earned it. There you go.
The things if you don't accept what I've earned, please. I'll be here when you get home from work. You can give me your answer then.
She's going for it. It's happening.
Are your kids home?
So she is late. Late as fuck getting home. Did she have Holly?
I hope you don't mind. I invited Lewis to stay for dinner tonight.
What's her boss's name? Is it Ted?
Driving Walter Jr. to school for us.
All right, then Ted.
I feel good about our talk this morning, and I'm very eager to hear what you're thinking about what we talked about.
I fucked Ted.
Guess it was Ted.
Boys, dinner.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Thank you. Lewis?
Yes, please.
I want you both to eat your salad, okay? I know. Nobody likes salad, but it's good for it.
Damn, you know what? Ooh. Dedicated to their friend. Wonder who that was then. Oh, it was Bingo Lady. The dedication was to the actress who played Bingo Lady. She must have a bigger role than in Breaking Bad or whatever. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. You know, I'm kind of glad she got a slap back. Honestly. Just because, you know? Just because, like, you know, she has gone through so much shit with Walt and put up with so much, and just now to this episode with him moving back in and stuff. And this entire episode has just been one after the other, you know, going down on Skylar. Hey, well, Walt wishes he was doing that. He wishes he was doing that, but he can't anymore. Not the point. But yeah, like one hit after another kind of on Skylar, you know, from Walt being there to the police not being able to just, you know, take him away to, you know, the divorce attorney to everything. It's like, you know what? I am actually kind of happy for her that she got that slap back, you know? Like she just staring and then just, I fucked Ted. Don't take that clip out of context. But just saying that and then just walks, or she just swaggers away and then goes and eats dinner, and he is just left there stunned. You know what? I am so happy for her. You know, I don't know. It's like, I don't really know, like, what the general, like, I don't know what the general, like, reception is for some of this stuff, but, like, I don't know. I'm kind of happy she got a slap back, honestly. Like, after so much crap that she has to go through, honestly. It's like, the fact that she got a complete slap back. Like, she's proud of it. She will proudly say it to him because it is a straight up fuck you. So, oh my gosh. Now that does make me wonder. Can she use that in a divorce? I don't know. I don't know if she can. You know? I don't know if she can use that. But I don't know if she can use that, but maybe that would be kind of interesting if she did. Like, if she decided, hey, you know, this is how I'm going to get the divorces. Well, I cheated on him. I don't think that would do good for keeping custody of the kids, though. So, yeah, I don't know. And then, honestly, like, I also like how, you know, when she, right after she says that, she goes and is like, all right, boys' dinner, and then, you know, and she's, you know, you see them in the background and you can hear them. She's like, all right, now I want you boys to eat your salads and stuff like that. It's like, it's almost like she's regained some of that, like, I don't want to, like, say, like, confidence or something, but, like, I don't know, like, I can't, like, think of a better word. But, yeah, it's like she kind of, like, regained a bit of her groove, honestly. It's like, all right, because she has the slap back, you know, because that's the thing. That is the thing, is that she has been slapped repeatedly, you know, especially in this episode with Walt coming home, the police not being able to take him away, and not, you know, letting the attorney take him down. So through all of that, and she just gets the one-up. Kind of to end all one-ups, honestly, is I fucked Ted. And it's just a complete slap in the face. And she knows it, and she fucking swaggers away. Proud as can be, honestly. You know what? Good for her, honestly. Honestly, I'm saying, like, you know what? Good for you, girl. Get one over on him. You know? Because even him, you know, even like there's even like the tiny slap, you know? The tiny slap to her is like, yeah, I feel good about, you know, our conversation, and I'm very eager to get your answer. And she's like, fuck you. That's her answer, you know? Now, it does make me question, will she accept the money at the end? I don't know. I don't know if she will, but, you know, when this is all over, will she accept it? I don't know. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, you know, maybe Walt, you need to, like, plan this, like, to where basically, like, this money is used what it's supposed to be used for. But, maybe you need to do that before you die. Like, you pay off the mortgage and stuff. I don't know how you pay off tuition, like, years and years in advance, but I don't know. Man, oh man, that was such a slap to him. I love it. I really do love that she got a slap back at him. Because, you can totally understand everything Skylar does in this show, Like, everything. You completely understand why, like, after all the crap that has happened in Season 2... and then she learns, like, oh, well, the reason this all happened was because Walt is a drug dealer, or a drug manufacturer. Yeah, you do understand everything that Skylar does, honestly. So yeah, I am glad she gets that slap back at the end. Man, that is a slap right in his fucking face, slap so hard his goatee's probably gonna come off. Man, that was crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and pop into the notes on this episode. The first thing I wrote down was Tortuga. Hey, Tortuga, he was in this for a bit. Yeah, so last season we got Tortuga being the snitch in El Paso, and now, this season, we see why, how he died was that, which, we already saw that they chopped off his head, put it on the tortoise, and sent that tortoise across. Then the tortoise exploded, which is what got Hank out of El Paso in the first place. So yeah, so now we know that it wasn't just, oh, they cut off his head. It's that, no, they cut off his head. Tuco's cousins. Which we also get clarification on that it is Tuco's cousins. Which is pretty interesting. I don't know. It makes me wonder if, it makes me wonder if they are Tio's sons. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, so they were the ones that killed Tortuga and, glued his head to a tortoise. So, man, that is crazy. It does give them, a little more, oh, shit, It's a little more, credibility to these two, Not just that, well, they're the silent types, and, they're these silent types, and, all right, they blew up that one thing, and it's no, they are, the professional hitmen of the cartel, which is pretty interesting. So, yeah, I really did like that. I wrote down bluff/police. So yeah, last episode we speculated that perhaps Walt had taken into account everything that Saul had said, hey, she can't say this, she can't actually, get him arrested or anything. It would ruin Hank. It would ruin them. They would lose, their house and all their assets and stuff like that. So, it was kind of okay, so is he going to work on that? Is that what he's going for? But it's not exactly that. It's really just that he really doesn't give, a reason why he's, back. He's just it's my house and bleh, It's my house, my family, and I have every right to be here because I don't accept the divorce, So, yeah, it's so that's the thing. So he doesn't really give a reason. You could say, okay, maybe he's thinking that, but he just doesn't give a reason. I feel like reasons are given, but he doesn't choose one. He just goes and does it, basically. So, yeah. And yeah, that is unfortunate, And again, I do sort of feel for Skylar when, the police are hey, you gotta give us something to work on here, you know? Give us something or else we can't do anything for you, you know? It's like you can just see the amount of frustration within Skylar, you know? And then seeing on top of that, you know, she's trying to talk to the police. Meanwhile, Walt picks up the baby, is feeding her, and then, you know, Walter Jr. is like, hey, you know, he's a good man, you know? And so they don't know the reason why she kicked him out or anything like this, you know? So there's just nothing that she could have said, honestly. I mean, she could have said some stuff, but it just wouldn't work, you know? It just wouldn't work. So yeah, it is... You do sort of feel for Skylar when it's like, okay, you know, the police, they can't do anything. They're like, we're sorry, we can't legally do anything. There's no real reason why we would have to take him away, you know? So, yeah, that was kind of sad. Let's see. I wrote down Jesse, and I also wrote down Cook, but we got a little bit more Jesse. But Jesse is depressed, man. Jesse is so down, even like after rehab. You know, 'cause, I mean, he's accepted. He's the bad guy, you know? He's fully accepted it, and now this is just... He's just depressed, man. Listening to, you know, the answering machine, you know, or the answering message by Jane, which was sad. And even that got disconnected. It's like, oh, God damn it. It's just infuriating, you know? Because I was wondering, it's like, oh, man, he can still call. It's like, that's interesting that they, you know, that Donald hadn't, like, disconnected her phone yet or anything. So, yeah. And then we did have Saul coming in and be like, hey, you know, you need to convince your guy in order to get back in, because he's really trying to, you know, get them back in. I also like that he points out, it's like, hey, you know, maybe you shouldn't get back in, you know, because you're in rehab and everything, but you know, you got to convince him to get back in. Although I do like, you know, Saul says, like, hey, if you can convince, the cook to start cooking again, I'm going to make it worth your while. I'm going to make sure that you get paid still. So that's pretty good, you know. I do appreciate that. 1 second. Kill the Moon has to go up. It's noon, so. Moon! Well, I have notifications on Twitter. Okay. And we're back. Okay, so yeah. So I do like that. Saul will... He will make sure that Jesse gets paid, basically, even if he's not involved in the cooking process. Although, at the end, it looks like he's out there. He's cooking by himself, which he can't cook, you know, the stuff that Walt does. Though I did sort of think, like, okay, what if he's, like, you know, even if he can't make the great stuff, if he could just make basic stuff, you know, and just, you know, sort of fill up, you know, the basic stuff, you know, the inventory of basic meth, basically, for Gus. I guess that could be good, you know? I don't know, but he's out on his own. He needs to get Walt. So, I wrote down El Paso. So, El Paso wants Hank back, and that has thrown him out of control, honestly, which... You know, that's the thing is, you know, when it cut back to Hank, it's like, all right, Hank, you know, let's, you know, after so many, like, crazy, sort of intense scenes, let's get Hank in there to, you know, bring the energy back up. Nope. Not in this episode. So, yeah, El Paso is definitely sending him back into a tizzy. And that's the thing, it's like, you know, it basically means that he's still fooling himself, basically, on everything that happened with El Paso, you know. Because that was sort of the thing at the beginning, you know, after he left El Paso, was that he was sort of fooling himself, you know, saying, it's like, oh, well, why would they get rid of, you know, one of their best agents and stuff like that? It's like, dude, you gotta get out of there. You gotta get the hell out of there. You cannot... unfortunately, he cannot handle El Paso, which is unfortunate, because he can handle a lot. He handled those guys in that bar, which was pretty crazy. Like, seriously, it's like, you know, he got a couple hits. Like, he, you know, obviously he got a couple hits. I think he has a black eye. But at the same time, he was really, really good in that fight, actually. You know, going against two guys. Like, he was really, like, you know, ducking and weaving and hitting. It was great, man. It was great. So I like that, but yeah. And then, you know, we had his partner covering for him, you know, but even he is sort of, you know, on Hank's grill about this, like, you know, like, I didn't tell them that you left your gun under your seat, you know? So, yeah, they're gonna need to talk. Hank's El Paso really screws with him, so hopefully he doesn't go back, you know? I wrote down Salamanca, which I guess we already knew that was Tuco's last name, Tuco Salamanca, I believe. But I guess we still technically don't have Tio's name, you know? Because Tio was just what, you know, Tuco called him. And you guys informed me that Tio means uncle in Spanish. Uncle. So yeah. But yeah, it's like all we got here was that, you know, he was, and I guess he still is, because the guy still called him Don Salamanca, which is pretty cool. It's a badass name, you know? But, you know, that's just his title. That's not his actual first name. So yeah, so I also like, you know, they give a little backstory. It's like, all right, well, he was in charge until, you know, he wasn't able to, which we can see now, and then Tuco took over, basically. So that's pretty interesting. But the main thing about it was the fact that they want revenge for what happened with Tuco. Now, again, it's interesting because, you know, yes, it is about Heisenberg. They're not going after Jesse, though. They're not going after Jesse, who actually got into a fight with Tuco, and they're not going after Hank, who actually killed Tuco. They're specifically going after Heisenberg, which is definitely interesting, you know? Like why specifically? I guess it's because he was the one who started the betrayal, you know? So, yeah. But I did like that meeting with Gus about Heisenberg, and, you know, him saying, it's like, you know, I'm working with him. We're doing business right now. Once we're done, he's all yours. You know, I don't care at that point, but I need him to do business. And I like, too, because it's like, you know, it's like, oh, well, we're doing business, you know? It's like, yeah, but Walt doesn't know that. Walt doesn't know that you're still doing business, you know? According to him, he's out, you know? He's out. No more. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. And, you know, the cartel leader being like, you know, hey, this could strain relationships between you and the cartel, which, yeah, that is pretty tricky, you know? And then being like, you know, those two boys, they might not listen. So this is going to be a bit of a tricky thing, I think, with them and Walt. So, yeah. Let's see. I wrote down lawyer and criminal. So she did confess to the lawyer about Walt being a drug manufacturer, a cook. And the reason that she doesn't want to, you know, immediately sue him and turn him in and everything is that she doesn't want her children to see their father as a criminal, which kind of is, I feel like that's kind of what Saul was saying. That's kind of what Saul was saying, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know about that, you know. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Like if that was pretty much what Saul was saying. I mean, kind of, but it is a good reason, and it makes sense, you know, especially after everything of, you know, oh, my dad is my hero and everything, and Walter Jr. just kind of going, you know, all out on, you know, praising his father and stuff like that. She doesn't want to crush that, basically, you know, but she's got to figure out something. She's got to figure out something to get rid of him. So, yeah. We also had the talk about, you know, the money, and it's like, everything I have done for you. You know, here's all the reasons that you need this money. You know, not me. You need this money. You will need this money once I am dead, you know? And I almost feel like he should... I was kind of waiting for him to say, like, hey, you know, if you accept the money, I will accept the divorce. I was waiting for that, and I didn't really... He didn't say that, really. So I thought that was what it was going to be, that he was just going to accept the divorce on the terms that she does take all the money he makes, basically. So, yeah. We didn't really get that, and then, you know, she didn't really give an answer other than I fucked Ted. So, again, don't take any of these clips out of context. But yeah, so I do like, at the very least, again, I do like that she got that slap back, you know? She got that slap back on him, so that was pretty cool. You know, again, good for her. She got that slap back. But yeah, that is pretty much all I wrote down. Another great episode. A bit of a tense episode, honestly. Like, which I guess they're all kind of tense in their own way, you know, somehow or another. But yeah, this one was a little tense with everything that was happening with Walt and Skyler, and even all the stuff that was happening, you know, with Gus and dealing with the cartel, you know. So yeah, so we'll have to see what happens next time. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Breaking Bad reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.